Yes, guys, I am super, super hello. Hey, if you're happy and you know it, say I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yes, I'm happy to start our first talk show. Let's talk daycare. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Yes. So again, my name is Benita Whitlock, and I have been a daycare provider over 27 years. So this is just not for daycare providers. This is for centers. This is for anyone who takes care of children. And first, I want to just thank everyone for engaging in our first YouTube show. Let's Talk Daycare. So this is pretty much about Let's Talk Daycare. We're going to be talking on all kinds of subjects. My first subject tonight is going to be making sure your daycare is as safe as it can be. Making sure that your daycare is as safe as it can be. I was a lot upset hearing the news of the five children who died in the Pennsylvania fire. I guess it was a 24-hour in-home daycare in Pennsylvania, and I was very, 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 very extremely upset, and I was so hurt over that. I guess they said the smoke detectors didn't work, and there was only one working smoke detector allegedly. I don't know for sure, but this is what I'm hearing. And I know they said it was a 7-year-old, it was who died. I believe they said it was an 8-month-old, and I know it was a 7-year-old. And I guess in between there, I believe it was a 3-year-old, and one of the children who, three of the children, I believe, 3 or 4 of the children who end up dying in the daycare, their father was fighting a fire. While his children were dying in a fire, he was fighting to save someone's lives. So my heart goes out to that. I am very, very, very distraught over that. It was a 24-hour daycare. And I know with 24-hour daycares, I'm pretty much sure that you're not supposed to be sleeping. I believe in the Buffalo region, you can't sleep. So you have to make sure that there's someone up to make sure that these children are, safe at all times. So what I want to talk to you today about being safe at all times, you have to make sure that you have working smoke detectors, and there should be a working smoke detector on every floor. You have to make sure that you have your fire extinguishers and that your fire extinguishers are working. You have to make sure that you are doing your fire drills. You must make sure that you are keeping up with your fire drills. You must make sure that you're keeping up with your fire drills. But you must make sure that you are doing everything possible to make sure that these children are safe. Now, even being a 24-hour daycare, I still, me, myself, I couldn't do 24 hours. I just couldn't, because I know I couldn't be there 24 hours. So you have to make sure that you have someone who is going to take care of your place just as well as you take care of your place. I really don't need this because my mouth is big enough, but sometimes I feel like I'm not loud enough. So I'll grab this because I want this to get across. Yes and yes, yes and yes. I want this to get across that we must make sure that we, as daycare providers, as daycare owners, we have to make sure that we are doing everything possible to make sure that we are taking care of these children, and these children are safe in our care. Now, that was really, really, really tragic. That was so, so very tragic for these parents to One mom says she lost all of her children, lost all of her children. So that have to be very tragic. You take your children to daycare, and the next thing you know, you're being called that there's a fire and that they didn't make it. So that is very, very, extremely hard. Hard on the parents, hard on and I know the owner of the daycare, she's not going to forgive herself. I know that's very hard. So we not only, praying for her, not only praying for the family of the victim of the children, we also are praying, keeping her up in our prayer also. That the children, parents and with her also are in need of prayer, because I know I'm sure she did not want this to happen. I don't know. Allegedly, I heard it was electrical. I don't know for sure. So I don't want to say if I don't know for sure. But I know we as daycare providers, we as daycare owners, we must make sure that we are doing everything, every single thing to make sure that our children are safe in our daycare. Make sure that the batteries are in your smoke detectors. Make sure the batteries are in your smoke detectors. Sometimes just go and press the battery, beep, and make sure it's working. Just get some extra fire, the little fire alarms, the little fire. Just get a bunch of them and just make sure you keep them and have them at your beck and call. Make sure you keep enough of batteries for your smoke detectors. Make sure that, you have the parents' number and everything close to you. I keep everything right here close to me, right on my table. Everything is right here close to me on my table. So if anything ever happened, I can grab that and we're out the door. But the thing is, as daycare providers, as daycare owners, we must make sure that we are possibly doing everything to make sure that our daycare children are safe. So today was just a little short segment on Let's Talk Daycare. So Let's Talk Daycare, we are going to be talking about finances. We are going to be talking about stress in daycare, and that's very stressful. That's very stressful. Not only this lady is closed down, I'm sure, she have this burden on her that the children died in her care. So that's very stressful. So we're not only going to be talking about that, we're going to be talking about health and wellness as daycare providers, how we need to take care of our health and wellness, what we are doing to take care of our health and wellness so we can make sure that we are everything to those little angels that we can be, taking care of our health and wellness. So I am excited. I am so excited for our Let's Talk Daycare. Yes. And that's my little, I got my little backdrop. Yes, that's my backdrop right there. Let's Talk Daycare. Yes. I'm super excited about that. And I'm super excited about just, being able to share the knowledge of 27 years of being a daycare provider. So this is for centers, daycare owners, informals, anyone who's taking care of children. This is your show. So thank you. Take care and God bless. And let's make sure we take care of ourselves so we can be able to be everything that we need to be for those little angels. Take care and God bless.